hoist the sails and man the cannons, mate. The Kraken's coming.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, brawlers. Bakugan96 here with another Bakugan Legends unboxing. Today I will be reviewing the Ultra Krakelios starter set. I hope you all enjoy the video and stay tuned for more epic Bakugan content. Starting off the character cards, it is Aqua's Centipod with a shield and green fist core B power of 305 damage. There's not a lot there on the surface of this Bakugan, but when you take a look at those Baku core abilities, it gets way better. So on a regular shield, you do get to remove an opposing Bakugan's Baku core, and then on a green fist, you get to add a Baku core. So unless I'm mistaken, if you roll Centipod on a green fist, you can pick up an orange shield, and then once you pick up that shield, you can also remove the opponent's core. So quite the combo there, very powerful. You're not going to have a lot of B power to be going against the opponent, but at that same time, you're also removing potentially whatever the opponent picks up, and that is a really strong play, especially when you're backed by 5 damage. That is a decent amount. Next up in this set is Ventus Maxodon with a blue shield and a regular shield core B power of 706 damage. This is quite the beast of a Bakugan. Using that blue shield getting all the way up to 1350, or using that regular shield to at least get up to 1100 is not bad at all. Now everyone knows that sweet spot by now is 14 to 1500 B power, but with Maxodon only being slightly under that, I still think there's plenty of potential. And come on, 6 damage, like so far this set is heavy damage. It's all about damage. These Bakugan, 5 or more is really good damage, and don't overlook that. It's definitely worth looking into. A base B power of 700 is a little low, just like Centipod, but I'm hoping the core lineup helps Maxodon a lot. So really nice. This year, Krakelios definitely got revamped from its Battle Planet version. They did release it in Haos first, which is really interesting considering Krakelios' base faction, I believe, was Aquas, unless it changed. But anyhow, faction aside, Krakelios has a Helix and a Green Fist core, not bad at all. A B power of 801 damage, so a really low base damage point, but the B power is higher than the other 2 Bakugan in the set, so this must be our heavy hitter, or at least that's what Spin Master was thinking when it tried to, build the set. Not really sure how they decide what goes with what, but that would be an interesting conversation to have with them. Moving on though with the stats, Krakelios does have built-in reroll, so that's great for me. When I'm throwing a bread, I won't miss the Bakugan roll. I get to redo it, so no bread this time. And then if you land on a Helix, you do get plus 8 damage. That's pretty good. That definitely softens the blow if you feel like you want to use the plus 600 and minus 3 damage. If you use that Helix core, then you would only be getting the plus 5, so you would end up with 1400 B power and 6 damage. That's okay. It's not like super high, like powerful, like Ventus Nova Pegatrix, but it still has potential. And again, not everyone is going to have the best Bakugan out there, excuse me, like Ventus Platinum Blitzfox or Genesis Nilius. So I think having a Bakugan that can get up to 14 and 6 damage is relatively decent, if not, well, very good. The Baku core included. There is a minus 200 B power and minus 2 damage Helix, so a trap core. A minus 400 B power magic shield, so another trap core. 2 traps included in this set, but the rest of the core are pretty good. This one definitely notably, at least for me, a plus 100 B power, and then Aquas and Ventus get plus 3 damage Green Fist. I don't find a lot of these, so I'm definitely happy when I do. Another notable Baku core, at least for me, is this one right here. So it's actually a regular shield that gives Ventus and Aquas Bakugan plus 400. So I don't find a whole lot of these. I think this is more of a rare Baku core than the others. So it is really cool to have not only this one, but the Green Fist for that faction duo as well. And then you get another Green Fist that is a plus 100 B power, and then Darkus and Ventus get plus 3 damage. And the last Bakugan included in this set is another regular shield. Darkus and Ventus get plus 400 B power. In the same order that I reviewed the character cards, here is the actual Bakugan themselves. So this is, of course, Aqua's Centipod. Now, as you can all see, it is sporting the new Legends color palette, which is really nice. You know, they have the same Aqua's blue, but now instead of being accented by a really light teal color, it has this very deep, dark, greenish, navy blue. I don't know, it's really... I wouldn't say it's off-putting because it's not really green as the green screen, but it does have a weird, different coloration to it that kind of bad in this lighting, but as I'm looking at it, you can kind of see the difference. Anyhow, though, it does have these same little evolution wisps, or it seems like those are the same little wisp designs as was in Evolutions. For the rest of the paint, there's a few orange spots, but other than that, it's just a really good, smooth design, and not much to it. Now, once the Bakugan is opened up, however, we have the Centipod. So it opens out quite long. For those of you who play the melee and toy battling game, great for blocking or countering, I guess, because of how long it is. It could stay on the gate card, kind of keep your opponent from rolling onto it. Don't know how powerful it is, so I don't know if it could do KOs or knockouts. But there is a good amount of detail in the Bakugan, even if it's not painted. As you can all see, the face here does have some paint on the jawline and then the eyes. The interior of the body has like no paint whatsoever, just the mechanisms. So Centipod, really simple design, no manual parts, but just a really cool Bakugan. I never did find the diamond though, never did. B power's right there, there's the Aqua symbol. And that is Aqua's Centipod. Ventus Maxodon got a new color palette, and what I mean by that is I do mean the Ventus faction. It is a much more deeper green now, with some lighter green accents, that lime green from Evolutions it looks like, but I am happy to see that they went to a darker green, and you know, no more vibrant bright colors. That was cool, but I think it kind of just overshot it when every Bakugan was like this bright neon spectacle. Darkening them down a bit is pretty cool. It lets people have a chance to see the markings, the accents a lot more. You can focus on the detail a bit too if you're people like me and you just really like the detailed design of the Bakugan. Otherwise, really cool. There's the rolling arrow right there. Maxodon, once again, just like Centipod, really sleek design, perfectly spherical, no jagged edges, even down here at the feet where there's like those little, I guess, rim sides. It doesn't really mess with the rolling because it is perfectly round there. So no, not bad at all. Very nice. Now Maxodon is very interesting once opened up. It almost has the front piece of a Syndius or a Maxitar or Zentar fusion, if you can all see what I mean by that. The way the arms come out and the chest folds up from the back portion of the body. Quite a few Bakugan have used that design. I think Zentar, Syndius, the Maxitar Zentar fusion use that kind of design as well. So it's really cool to see that kind of in there with that. But as far as this Bakugan, you know, Maxodon being really cool. You have the yellow tusks there with yellow eyes. All 4 feet actually is really cool in the design, the way it folds out, and you get all 4. One being the front, and then there, of course, is the hind leg. Same for the other side, just with the added screws. The markings on the outside of the Bakugan do become like sort of a chest piece. I'm assuming these are supposed to be the ears. So instead of being like the arms of Syndius or Zentar, these are the ears of Maxodon because all the feet are right here. At least that's how I am to understand the Bakugan. I'm not sure if I got that right, but it seems like I do. And of course we have the tail piece. But Maxodon's a really cool Bakugan, and just like Centipod, these are my first times getting these figures, getting these designs, these molds. So that's really cool for the channel collection. But yeah, Maxdon, pretty interesting. Now it's time for Kraken Ball, everyone, with Haos Krakelios. So not too different from the Battle Planet design, I mean at least color-wise. Instead of like the light blue, you have silver, which I think that looks really cool, at least on Krakelios. I will have to see how it ends up looking on the rest of the Legends Haos Bakugan. The faction symbol being right there is honestly kind of weird. I don't know if that's where it was originally on the first run of Krakelios, but I feel like that might be a misprint, at least on mine. But I honestly don't know. I just think that is a weird position for the attribute or the faction symbol. Excuse me. This is the Legacy series. So let me know in the comments down below. Does the faction symbol go there every time on this new Krakelios? Because I do not know where you would put it on this Bakugan to begin with. But I just feel like right there is a really odd spot. But anyway, back to the design. So really nice with that silver in the front. And then of course you have the light blue eyes. Some light blue detail on the head, which goes all the way around. And then of course you have the tail piece. So from the outside, Krakelios does look very easy to roll. There are a lot of different pieces and edges. But the way the edges are designed, it does keep it straight and in line with that rolling arrow. Now, depending on if you roll the arrow towards you or away from you, probably kind of messes with the standing of the Bakugan. As I found out, sometimes it's better to roll against the arrow than with the arrow. But hey, that's just me. I mean, you all know I miss the rolls, so I throw the bread. But yeah, really cool ball form. Now then, to take a closer look at the figure. Once opened up, Krakelios definitely gets amazing. For the Bakugan Melee game, the toy battling game, I don't know if its design would block because the plastic is pretty light, like it's not really heavy. You could probably just knock Krakelios off the gate card or the Bakucore respectively, but it is still a really awesome design. Once opened up, all of its tentacles have a backside painted of this really deep, dark, I don't know what color to call it, but it is a really nice color. I really like it. I think it pops out well with the Haos, as you can all see. It definitely stands out. You can see it, even with all the folds of the tentacles and just the proportions. A lot of detail in Krakelios. I've always thought it was a really cool design. You know, Spin Master starts out with like a 60mm sphere or something like that, and they actually cut it down from there to make the Bakugan itself. So the fact that they were able to cut this up and make this into like a tentacled Kraken is just so cool. And don't get me wrong, Krakenoid is cute, but Krakelios Ultra is where it's at. Like, that is the Kraken Bakugan we needed and we wanted. So really cool design, just really awesome. There's the B power. It does have a little bit of paint on the inside even. Spin Master like threw in some paint there on the back. I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, really cool Bakugan, definitely one of my favorites. So happy to see it's back for Bakugan Legends. And I can't wait to see what other Bakugan they bring back this year. Hopefully it's a lot more than what's on that little checklist. Speaking of checklists though, let's take a look at that. Horrible camera, but here is the set reveal for Bakugan Legends. So the upcoming Nova Bakugan look like Dragonoid, Neleus, Pegatrix, Trox, Hanos. If any of you watched the trailer, I love the pronunciation there. It's not Hanoja, like we all thought. Not Hanosh. No, it was so emphasized in the Bakugan trailer. It's like Nova Hanosh. I found that funny. But moving on, it is Hydrus, the Drago X Neleus, which everyone is pumped about. Like, I can't believe they fused Dragonoid with Neleus. That's pretty crazy. And then, of course, Diamond Nova Dragonoid, which I did have the opportunity to review. That video will be linked in the description if you want to check it out. Now then, for Fusion Bakugan, it looks like Hydronoid X Krakelios, Syndius and Scorpius, Pegatrix and Gilator, Dragonoid and Tretorous, Trox and Saurus, Halcor and Arcleon, Fangzor and Mantinoid. Even Kloptor and Apollyon are coming back. And then for the base Bakugan we've got coming up, Vilok again, Leonidas, which was Haos and Diamond this year so far, that was pretty cool, Cycloid, Auxilitar, Seamoga, Ryarazu, Haos Centipod, which that's the one that I want to get my hands on, a Maxodon, Colossus again, Barbetra. I don't feel bad about Barbetra. I don't think I have too many of those, so that's pretty cool. Spartillion, and of course, Finnica. Love that Finnica's coming back. And then the diamonds, and then the rares. So Diamond Viloc, Diamond Leonidas, Diamond Spartillion, Diamond Finnica, Elemental Trox Exorus, so another Elemental Fusion, Diamond Maxitar and Zintar, and then Elemental Neleus and Enoch, which I was lucky enough to find. Haven't reviewed it yet. And then Diamond Dragonoid X Tretorous. Moving on to the Bakugan Ultra this year. So it looks like Darkest Gortheon, then Saurus, Enoch, Krakelios, Demork, Tretorous, Trox, Hydorus, Dragonoid, Neleus, the Dragonoid and Exilitar Fusion, which is really nice because the only way to get that Bakugan was if you bought the Infinity Dragonoid. Now Spin Master's giving it to everybody, and that is really cool, even if it is stuck behind a collection pack. And the Diamond Ultras being Gortheon and Tretorous, which I have reviewed, the Diamond Gortheon starter pack. It was really awesome and a really great set. Now then, Geogon, it looks like the only ones we're getting, at least by this checklist, are Saturn, Arcleon, Talon, Hyenix, and Montrapod. My two that I want the most out of those two being, of course, Hyenix and Montrapod. Go Lord Darkus! And then for the Platinum series, so that's right, bringing back that true metal, we have a Platinum Dragonoid, Platinum Neleus, Blitzfox, Sharktar, Wrath, Feral. Pretty cool that Platinum Feral will be coming back. Platinum Trox, Warrior Well, and then another Diamond Colossus. So we're going to have a Diamond Colossus from Evolutions and from Legends. That's pretty neat. And Elemental Grizzwing. So once again, we'll have an Elemental for Evolutions and then an Elemental for Legends. Diamond Platinum Dragonoid, but it does look like the Neo Dragonoid mold. And then an Elemental Platinum Neleus. Now that thing looks amazing, and I hope I find it because it is a Neleus and it's Elemental. Gotta love those rare Neleus Chase figures. But that's it for the Bakugan Legends set. Not much to it. Some pretty interesting Bakugan. I don't know if this is all that will be released or if we'll have more. But yeah, just really cool. I thought I would show this off right quick. I didn't in my Diamond Gortheon set, and I kind of wish I had. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the unboxing. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for tuning in. And please don't forget to subscribe for more Bakugan content if you haven't already. I do have a new monthly giveaway coming up, and I will be announcing the winner of Nova Dragonoid. So stay tuned, Brawlers. And until next time, stay safe, drum up, and Bakugan Brawl.